Um, I would like to announce that in the following calls dedicated to our research in psychology, we will present all the research data we obtained from theory to start building our data. So in today's call, we will talk about two important aspects of this research I'm conducting with Bianca. The correlation between remote work and mental health. So I extracted information from through articles on American Psychological Association. The first article is about ways to improve the mental health of employees. The second article is about the future of remote work. So,
Yeah, they sound really interesting. Sorry for interrupting.
yeah, no worry. um, I should share my screen because I wrote everything in a Google Doc. Okay. So do you see my screen?
It's still. Oh, I see it now. But please, can you share the link also to follow it in the screen?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so according to APA 2022 stress survey in America, 63% of adults said that their lives were forever changed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Poor mental health, poor physical activity, disturbed sleep, and increased dependence on unhealthy habits have been reported. All these aspects have a major impact on the health and well being of employees, on the work environment, and on productivity. Job, the main means of social and emotional support, a critical framework for understanding and supporting mental health. People with high level of stress more likely to be absent from work, to show less commitment during work. This affect the final result of the organization. A 2016 analysis found that the estimated cost of stress at work nationwide in US can reach 187 billion, with 17 to 19% of these losses resulting from decreased productivity. And the pandemic only made the situation worse. The cost of depression for the US economy is over 20,010 billion annually in absenteeism and lost productivity. From there results mental health condition can be costly for employers. A very important aspect that should be applied often is positive and supportive practices at work. These practices stimulate the physical and psychological health of employees, company morale, and the end result. According to APAT 2021 Work and Well-being Survey, people who feel tense or stressed during the workday are 3 times more likely to say that they intend to look for another job, while employees who feel supported are more likely to stay in that job. 34% of employees say that flexible hours would help their mental health. 87% of employees say that certain actions by their employer would help their mental health. According to a Gallup poll from October 2021, 54% of employees who work remotely say they would like to split their time between home and office, and 37% say they want to continue working from home full time. Team leaders must promote health and well being. The goal is to create a psychologically healthy culture. Team leaders who work directly with employees are key to implementing and supporting your policies and procedures and creating a general supportive environment. Teaching team leaders how to support employees or people working in DAOs and recognize the signs of stress and mental health problems helps reduce businesses' fluctuations and absenteeism. An individual's sense of autonomy increases his motivation and performance, which can directly affect the end result of an organization. Organizations that invest in friendly distance work, uh, for example, more autonomous, such as DAOs, are considered to create psychologically safer and more inclusive work environments. Virtual or hybrid work offers flexibility to people with care responsibilities, bypasses location bias, facilitates opportunities for employees of all levels to share ideas by taking meetings out of the often intimidating conference room. However, this may not be the solution for everyone. The value of a virtual or hybrid approach may depend on an employee's role, personality, current life circumstances, and work style. Similarly, flexible work schedules may be important to some employees, but not all, or they may be important to a particular employee at one time or another. The key is to give employees a chance to choose from a range of reasonable options that balance the needs of the business with their personal circumstances. Research supports the link between mental health disorders and decreased work productivity. A key strategy for supporting the mental health of employees would be providing a range of policies, resources, and management courses that promote a healthy and flexible work culture. And the second article about the future of work. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, more than 26 million Americans now work remotely at least part of their time. Remote work can benefit both employers and employees, experts say. Employers can hire geographically distributed talent and reduced overhead. Employees can gain flexibility, save time, and reduce transportation. But the impact of such arrangements on productivity, creativity, and morale has been debated, primarily because working from home gives employees fewer opportunities to discuss and build relationships with their colleagues. Small but tangible benefits. People choose to work remotely to avoid daily commuting, reduce fun at work, and fulfill family responsibilities. Of course, some jobs are better suited for remote work than others. Workers who can do most of their work on a laptop and people whose productivity is easy to monitor are more likely to work remotely, says Ravi Gajendran, PhD, assistant professor, International Leadership and Management Department at International University from Florida. In a study of 20, 263 remote workers in organizations sales, marketing, accounting, engineering, and other departments. Geshentran and Golden found that employees whose job were extremely complex but did not require a significant collaboration or social support performed better when working remotely than when working in a company's office. Employees whose jobs require significant concentration or problem solving often need focused time to think deeply about the task at hand. In a common office full of possible interruptions, this can be difficult to do. In a 2015 research analysis, Golden and colleagues found that remote work has increased job satisfaction, performance, and a sense of commitment to an organization among employees. People who have worked remotely tend to experience less stress or exhaustion work. These advantages of remote work, social and professional isolation, fewer opportunities to exchange information, a blurring of the boundaries between work and personal life. Psychologist Bradford Bell, PhD, professor and director of the Center of Advanced Study of Human Resources, said research has generally shown that for most results, distance work leads to small but tangible benefits. Employees who work from home tend to be a little more satisfied, and their performance tends to be the same or a little higher. But researchers say that working from a distance is rarely an all or nothing arrangement. Some people work from home a few days a month, others a few days a week, others full time, and the extent of a person's remote work can dictate his experience. The significant challenges for remote work are social isolation, darkening the boundaries between work and family. That is, people who work remotely lack the physical and psychological separation between work and family. For example, family and social obligations can easily flow during working hours. So, studies also show that the professional obligations of people who work from home tend to extend beyond the traditional working day. The interruption of time spent in the family and the person who works remotely has difficulty in truly disconnecting. Thus, people who work from home associate homes with their work roles because work obligations repeatedly entered the family. People who work remotely work harder than if they worked in a real office, on average, 4 more hours per week compared to their office counterparts. Employers see this as a positive thing because productivity increases. People who work remotely also tend to demonstrate organizational commitment. This means respond to emails outside of business hours. With no firmer limits, employees may experience exhaustion. In a remote work situation, managers need to rely more on results. This is a difficult transition for many people. Before allowing employees to work remotely, organizations should re-evaluate policies on performance appraisal, promotion, and salary increases to ensure that they do not favor field workers. But for remote work to be efficient and healthy, employee involvement is also needed. In our case, the contributors. Contributors must cultivate efficient routines, set boundaries with a team leader, colleagues, and family members, and make an effort to remain socially and professionally involved. Connecting remote teams. Psychologists are exploring how to maximize the efficiency and productivity of geographically dispersed teams. In today's global economy, virtual teams can be deployed in a different offices or departments in a single organization, or they can span time zones, industries, and national borders. One study found that teams with one large subgroup and several smaller subgroups tend to develop a group mentality to experience more conflict and coordination issues, while teams with individual members who are geographically isolated report fewer such issues. Tip: communication and shared identity with the team can mediate the effects of physical separation. A study of 7,033 people labor relation in a variety of industries found that relationship quality is closely related to perceived closeness rather than physical proximity. That is, relational closeness. On a personal level, team members who disclosed personal information, such as the birth of a child or a negative personal event, build stronger connection and more trust. Other researchers have found that effectiveness increases when formalizing the objectives, roles, and the methods of communication of a virtual team. A study on 101 virtual teams in collaboration with Steve Kozlowski, PhD professor of organizational psychology at Michigan State University, shows that uh, common leadership, rather than traditional hierarchical leadership, is associated with improved team performance. As teams become more virtual, it may be impossible for a single person to lead an entire project, says Kozlowski. In DAOs, it would be very useful investigating how to coordinate the exchange of knowledge in virtual teams. When done right, remote work has the potential to improve performance, increase employee satisfaction, and benefit a business, said Gajendran. Okay, that's all. If you have any questions or any opinions or anything, I'm open.
Thank you, Anna. Yeah, I read these paragraphs and I um, like relate a lot with them. Like for example, the perceived closeness rather than physical proximity. Um, it's and also that when you build the ability to allow vulnerability and disclose personal information, you build stronger connections because you're not like only having an exchange, but like developing a relationship. So I really like agree with all this, but I also had some questions, and one was regarding what you said initially, that there were the next calls we're going to have a different dynamic. Maybe I would like to know more on this. And the other thing is around yeah, like the roadmap of the research. How is it going? And yeah, how do you think and imagine the next phases of the research going?
Yeah, so initially I talked with Bianca about doing other things at this call, and she said that it would be nice to talk about our research. For example, on the last call, I made kind of an interactive meeting. I presented 5 emotions. I made a presentation. I presented 5 emotions, and then I made the quiz. I don't know, to be more interactive or to be more like a game to gain information. So that was my idea. I don't know, half an hour to talk about the research, and the other half to talk about other things related to psychology.
Okay, that sounds great. I also think that everything that we can make more practical is it's always really good. Also, welcome Angie Berry Berry. We are in the psychology research, and yeah, maybe I would also like to open for you the space to talk about how do you think has been your experience doing this research, and also what are the bottlenecks and and the challenges you are finding, and also what are some of the good practices or motivations that you find, and like also if your goals have been the same since you started, or if you right now feel that the goal or the purpose of of the research has changed, and what has been like the thing that has impacted you the most in doing this. What has
Yeah, I think we made two little steps forward, and to be honest with you, we are at level 2 or 3 with our research because we have found kind of like 12 or 13 articles and studies and one book. And I only read 4 of them and synthesized the, the information. So yeah, we decided that in maximum September we will be ready. Our purpose is to develop a survey and maybe an app. We are not decided yet.
I just wanted to jump in real quick and say I was excited about you mentioning the exercise on identifying emotions because just last night I found this series of YouTube videos, this YouTube playlist from, I think it's from Yale. It's called the Experts in Emotion series. And I haven't even started listening to it yet, but it's like this epic series I've just been downloading off of YouTube. Anyways, I don't. I just wanted to mention that. I
Thank
wanted to
you. Thank you for
something.
sharing. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, share it in the Gravity text channel so we can see it later. And yeah, I don't know. I have been supporting this research, and I continue doing so. I like, and I think that psychology is a really important thing. But also, I like care to always try to give a honest feedback. And what I think is that um, the design of the research should be a priority right now, and I don't know if there's a draft, but it would be really cool
Yeah.
if we can, yeah.
I can DM you. They are all posted in Gravity text chat. We have like 3 or 4 Google Docs about this research with infos, with links, with everything.
Okay, no, yeah, I think that the research phase has been really, really good. So now we need to try to yeah, apply and design and polish the survey. I Because one of the things that we've been like thinking is that um, maybe it would be good to separate some of our proposals between some of the topics that we are covering. So it would be really cool to have like more something to present as a deliverable, or something that we have done, so that we can support more this new proposal for the psychology research, so that it can continue and be sustainable in the future.
Yeah, so I can share with you all the docs, and I work in another doc which is not shared here. I can share that with you too. So
Yeah, please do.
Are they all in the notes for this call?
Mm,
we
no.
had like
Observational research.
wait a second.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Would you like to present us a little bit around this, like yeah?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so here we wrote down some major things like the phases. Um, the phase one, observational research on psychology and mental health. And here we decided about the name of the research. So that that was the name chosen by all of us. The second phase is planning and actions to take on psychology and mental health. Uh, this shouldn't be here. Oh, yeah, should be. Here are the practices. Here are testing in DAOs, complex emerging practice, personal light shadow. That was proposed by Durga Das. Okay. 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 Here are the questions for the survey. After we read all the articles and the book, we had all the info, so we could develop the survey. The questions for from DAO Health Survey. Also, we read a survey made by another DAO, which was very, very useful. And that questions were like, in the past few months, I experienced feelings of burnout, exhaustion, cynicism, mental distance from my work. How often are you able to disconnect from your work? Mental health is something this DAO takes seriously. People in this DAO care about contributor health and well being. In this DAO, we don't reject people for being different. Like, did you ever feel rejected for being different from other people from the community? Also, members share experience and expertise with other team members, make it different. Do you feel comfortable to share your personal life or work related experiences to other team members? Members of this DAO value and respect each other's contributions. It's difficult to ask other members of this DAO for help. In this DAO, it's easy to discuss difficult issues and problems. In this DAO, we take the time needed to develop new ideas, make it different. Do you feel that your ideas are heard in this DAO? I am confident in relying on information from other contributors. The work I do in this DAO is very significant and important in the broader scheme of things. How often do the demands of your personal life interfere with your work at this DAO? How often do the demands of your work in this DAO interfere with your personal life? How do you feel that you've been taking care of your mental health? Okay, this was about naming the research. Okay. We understand that is used in different fields by different people in our community, and it might bring an uncomfortable feeling to some people. Our intention is to bring a specific topic to talk about mental health, mental illnesses, self care, community awareness, and things like that. We see psychological tools being used in different areas, especially around tech. But we do want to have this field where we pay more attention to our surroundings, either online or in real life, and special to ourselves, and bring tools and resources that people will be able to get help from and feel safe if they need to talk to someone. So the name of this research is a topic that is still being decided. Okay, here, okay. After this, we decided. So after gathering information around mental health, organizational psychology, remote work, burnout, sleep deprivation, and other topics, and also talked to people from tech and other DAOs who has been implementing psychological aspects on their work and people who has interested in, we suggested 3 steps for our survey goal. Step 1. What does our community know about mental health? Step 2. What are the needs of our community about mental health? Questions about burnout, sleep deprivation, work hours, personal time, stress, anxiety, depression. Uh, And 3, how will our community accept help from psychologists? The purpose is to eliminate the stigma about psychotherapy and help people with different fields around mental health. So, from the start, our research is observational. The characteristics are explanatory, qualitative, applied research, not experimental, transverse, inductive methods, and no variables are going to be controlled during the research application. To better understand those terms, you can access them here. We are late on our deliverables. This month, we were supposed to have the survey, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Next, steps for survey goal. What step 1? Okay, what I read that. Okay. Here are the links, are some links from TEC and from
And
Commons TEC. Yeah.
yeah,
Some useful links. Yeah.
I would like to ask, how can we help? Like, what help do you think we can give you? And what responsibility do you think that we can assume, or what task do you think that we can do to help you?
Hmm. That's a great question. Wow. I don't know. I should talk with Bianca and decide together because it's not my opinion. It's
Okay.
ours. So,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure I we need help.
I don't know if you would like to do something creative with these 20 minutes that we have. Maybe opening the space to talk about something different, or if we would like to do a dynamic, or if we would like to end a little bit early today. What do you think? What would you like to do today?
To be honest, I would love to pick a card.
To what?
To pick a card.
Oh, I don't have them. I don't have them today.
That's very sad.
uh,
Okay,
yeah.
so then we can quit earlier
Okay.
because I am pretty busy with the grants and I have like deadlines and it's a big volume and yeah. I also have a lot of work with this research. I have a lot to read and wrote and correlate things and yeah. But I'm not complaining. Just
No,
I'm feeling like a day is like 30 hours. Yeah.
it's something we all live, and like you read about this, and it's true.
Yeah.
We we tend to like work of hours, and when you we have like multiple time zones, and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And because we work remote, um that's why we work more than at a proper office.
Yeah.
I
Also,
uh, I just wanted to add too that we're talking about psychology, mental health, that having a regular sleep cycle is very fundamental to um, if you were to see a clinician or a therapist, that would be probably one of their first things to ask if you're getting enough and regular sleep.
Yeah, I think this has a special name called circadian rhythm or something like
Yeah,
that, right?
circadian.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's pretty cool and interesting and very important. I think sleep is as important as eating, from my opinion.
yeah. No, Anna, thanks, and also, I also liked the questions, and I highlighted some things in the document that I thought they were really relevant.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw. That's
and
great.
nothing. Thank you for facilitating this call today, and also um, just to value you and to value everyone that has been in this call, and also looking forward tomorrow's session of the Graviton training with Didan.
Okay, great. Thank you for being interactive and supportive.
Yeah, also shout and praise to Bianca that even though that she's not here, she is always being a meaningful part of Gravity and of this research.
Yes, of course.
And I just wanted to say, like, I'm so glad that this is happening. I guess it's been going on for a little while now, but I've been a little out of the loop. But it's something that I had kind of thought about a while back, that this type of work goes hand in hand with conflict prevention or conflict mediation, conflict management, but also um, this is more on like the prevention side, and you know, keeping everybody, giving everybody the best opportunity to be fit and not have as much uh, painful conflicts.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So, anyways,
Okay,
I'm glad to be
so
here. Thanks.
Yeah,
thank you everyone, and have a great day.
equally. Thank.
And see you next Monday at this call.
Yeah, thank you. And also tomorrow we have the Graviton training and we have the Aragon call really early in the morning.
Yeah, see you then. Bye.
Okay, I'll add that to my calendar.
That's too early for you. I will also like stand up for a more inclusive schedule for that call.
Well, my schedule's shifting right now anyway, so it might be actually right on time for me.
Okay. Well, see you later and thank you.
See you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.